Ladies and gentlemen, now apologies I didn't upload a video yesterday. I've been feeling terrible, man. I had a banging headache, like I could barely speak yesterday, but I really wanted to share some of this with you all, and I'm gutted I couldn't record some of the final matchups, man, because we had some insane matches yesterday, just grinding away in bed, like watching some anime. We got over 4,000 rating in Elite Geared Global PvP, and I wanted to talk about the experience, show you guys my setup, some of the gear, but it was crazy. So as you can see, this is the team that I used. Green Barn, Blue King, Blue Diane, and also Green Merlin on support. I absolutely love Green Merlin for support. She's so good. That passive ability to give everybody on the team one additional ult gauge at the start is just amazing for lining up a play where you can line up multiple ultimates and just destroy the enemy team. It's so good. And as many of you may know, I've been banging on about apple pies, and for a while I've used apple pies quite religiously up until yesterday. So apple pies allow you to start the fight with one additional ult gauge. So with Merlin, if you got the first turn, it's 2 ult gauge. If you got the second turn, it's 3 ult gauge. So yeah, this is really good. However, I kind of found the more I went up in the champion bracket, especially around like 3.8 to 3.9k, I really started to struggle. And the elite champion bracket, you've got so much diversity in terms of who you're matching against. Like some of the lower teams are maybe about 125k, whereas some of the big blubbery boys are about 160k, man. I managed to beat somebody that was 157k rated yesterday, and it was like the best moment of my life. It was so good. And a lot of people, they just don't really play around the fish and chips combo at the moment. So this food actually allows you to guarantee that you evade the first hit that you take or the first debuff that you take. So in a lot of scenarios, people are just playing at the moment with like Green Barn, first turn Extort, and then they'll line up like 2 other abilities, either like, you know, double drain after that with Green Barn, or if they're using like Jericho, for example, the massive like burst in that gets like 3 times damage if it's debuffed. So I was facing like a lot of Jericho, a lot of Green Barn burst matchups, and honestly, man, the fish and chips, they're just crazy good, or the egg and chips or steak and chips, whichever variant. But this is like the perfect food for just getting around Green Barn at the moment. It is amazing. So honestly, I can't rate this enough, because I was really battling from about 3.8 to 4k, and then I finally got 4k. I won the first matchup, and then I lost the remaining 2, because, you know, you need to win like, 2 out of 3 to promote. So then we are back down to like 3,950, and then it was like lose, and I'm back at like 3.9k at that point. And honestly, at that point, I felt devastated, because, you know, I was like 1 win away from getting that challenger promotion, and not getting that 1 win and the good matchup just knocked me down so much. So I switched up the strategy a bit, and I'm glad I did, because it was a really good learning experience to chuck in some fish and chips or egg and chips. And yeah, this food's just so crazy. Like, barely any players play around this food at the moment, so it just really trips a lot of people up and just completely took the wind out of the sails of so many like Green Barn, Jericho burst teams. So honestly, if you want to counter that team, like 100% fish and chips, egg and chips, steak and chips are the way to go. But that's what I found using food. I found that to be a lot more reliable at the higher end of stuff, especially when I was often punching upwards, because I'm a little bit blubbery. I've spent like about $150, and we'll talk about that in a second, on awakening gems in the last week or so, just so I could upgrade some equipment. But I'm also far from the blubberiest boy out there, and not all my gear is complete as well. I don't have like any SSR gear on the right hand side, and I haven't like gone ham on the rerolls either. But I'd say my best gear set probably at the moment is on Blue Diane. Like, she's just ham, mate. She's got so much damage output. So yeah, we got the 5-star +5 bracelet there. Like, that bracelet is just crazy good for attack. And also, despite advice and common sense, I did re-roll a little bit for some more attack, but again, I haven't, you know, been insanely lucky with the rolls there. We've got them toward the mid lower end there. However, we do have a pretty pimped out ring, some really good rolls on that. Like, the right hand side, you always want to get well, at least at the moment while gearing up, unless you are very blubbery, you ideally want to get rare or common gear. Like, rare is about like twice as expensive to upgrade and reroll stuff as the common gear, but rare gear is just insane for rerolling those base bonus stats and additional attributes, so it just gives you a crazy multiplier on the attack there. And you can see we've got a great health modifier there. Defense modifier is okay. I haven't really focused on these common earrings, actually. They're yeah, a little bit of a shambles. I need to probably replace them with a rare version for slightly higher base stats there, but mainly on the right hand side. The goal isn't really about the base stats of those items, it's about kind of the bonus multiplier for attack and health that they give. You know, your really big blubbery stuff on the left hand side, because the gear on the left hand side has much higher base stats comparatively speaking than the gear on the right hand side. So yeah, that's my bracelet, my necklace there. Again, those are a bit of a mess, man. We haven't really rerolled stats on a lot of this gear, and also on the belt we've got health and a little bit of lifesteal as well. Again, I didn't like intentionally reroll for that lifesteal, but I've kind of found that I don't think a bit of lifesteal is that bad. I think health is really nice, especially given it gives you more CC, but like one massive ultimate that deals like, you know, 150k to 230k damage on Diane, if I've got like a 7% lifesteal and a little bit more off the base stats as well, then that is my character getting a massive chunk of healing there. So I don't mind a little bit of lifesteal, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on lifesteal as well. So that's Diane's gear there, and also just to show you Green Barnes gear, because again, he's really the champion that is dominating the PvP meta at the moment. Another really strong set. So you've got a massive attack bonus on that ring. I ideally need to get some, what is it, rare? Again, it really doesn't matter too much on the right hand side. Common gear is a little bit cheaper, so I've got the common gear from when I was initially progressing and upgrading stuff. But you know, if you want to be super min max, you can go for rare, and if you want to be super whale, you can go for the SSR gear there. But on the left hand side, I've got actually so much lifesteal on that belt. It's probably like way too much overkill, but I also really do like the lifesteal, especially when it does come to Green Barn as well. And this champion, he's just immortal. I also have one more star that I could get on my necklace as well, but the bracelet is pretty much fully upgraded. I didn't mean to, you know, roll for additional crit chance there. I just kind of got it and I was like, oh, you know, that doesn't seem too bad there. So yeah, I'm not bothering re-rolling that for a moment. It seems like an alright thing to have, because when Green Barn crits, he crits quite hard. But again, we don't want to go for too much crit on this man, I think. And then next up we got Kings on King, slightly different approach in terms of the set. Instead of the 4 attack 2 defense like the previous characters, we gone for 4 health and 2 defense, just because King, he's a bit about that damage, but this champion's mainly about, you know, keeping himself alive, because usually he gets burst down first, and also like chucking regeneration on everybody else with that kind of upgraded second ability, and trying to get as much CC and longevity out of this character as you possibly can. So yeah, we just got a lot of stuff trying to increase that health as much as we possibly can, and yeah, he's over 100,000 there, which is pretty damn spicy. We can upgrade that necklace a little bit more as well, but again, once you start getting to the 5-star version, it's just so expensive to upgrade some of this gear. And then I would say by far the shoddiest gear set as well is probably on green Merlin, just because I haven't you know, I haven't got a proper like set of earrings there. You don't want to upgrade SR gear. I think I did that like on my my very first day playing, so yeah, I need to get like a good R pair of earrings, just so I can upgrade them and get like a really good roll on the additional defense stats there. But also there's a lot of additional upgrading I need to do. Like, this doesn't even have +5 on it, and I haven't like fully upgraded the belt or necklace, but I have enough gold to do so now. I found a fair bit of gold as well on the side overnight. So Merlin, she's probably the most shoddy out of all the gear sets, but again, it was enough to get the job done, even without kind of a complete full set of SSR gear. But again, just for the sake of like full disclosure, because I don't want to say that I've just been like grinding out all of this stuff in the game, because I find it like so difficult to reliably get 5-star awakening gems. So the purchase bundle, man, I just completely gave in to some additional purchase bundles with the equipment enhanced bundle too. This one for, what is it, $22.99 gives you 20 5-star awakening stones, and that's really the main thing with it. Also additional enhanced stones in gold, but enhanced stones, you know, they drop like candy, and gold is, yeah, you know, a nice stack of gold certainly ain't too bad there. But I probably did buy about 7 of those bundles in the end to upgrade all of the gear that we have, just again for the sake of full disclosure there. But yeah, I found like that's just by far the best way to get those stones, because they are really hard to get, which again at the moment makes elite PvP a bit of a whale fiesta, man. It's all about spending. Normal PvP, I think, for the most part, you know, it's very straightforward a lot of the time to grind out you know, characters, get them to level 70, and also with a bit of grinding as well, it's not too bad to 6-star various teams. But in all honesty, I think if you want to have some good success in elite PvP, you need to focus a lot of time on gear and probably buy a few awakening gem bundles as well to get ahead of the curve. Again, you can grind and kind of like +1 gear and then sell it, but it still makes it, you know, a bit of a pain, a bit of an RNG fiesta to get those awakening gems, and especially when you want to like 4-star, 5-star gear, it's just so expensive to do so. So yeah, it's a bit of a whale fiesta, but my kind of logic is, you know, if I can get ahead of that initial curve and get Challenger every single week, that's 3,000 of the Fight Festival tokens, and also a massive additional stack of 1 million gold. And all of that stuff is really going to add up and help me purchase cosmetics. I think one of the things I'm going to do right now, just because he's such a good character, is purchase King's cosmetics. So if we go to, what is it weapon here? Then we want to go to Master. And, oh no, actually, I haven't claimed my coins yet. Oh, mate, that's such a good stack of rewards there. 60 gems as well. If we go for the Fight Festival tokens. And I might as well have just, you know, hit claim all there, boys. A little bit of a mistake, but where's King's UI? Is that King's? There we go. So I think that's the only one for King, right? So this one gives him 180 attack, 2% pierce rate, and a 2% crit chance. Really good stuff there. Diane's as well. I really want to get Diane's. I have enough tokens for Diane, but the thing is, like, Red Gopher and Galland apparently arrive tomorrow. So I'm not too sure if she's going to be replaced a little bit when it comes to Gopher. So I'm going to wait and see kind of how the meta feels like after those two champions do arrive in global PvP, and then we'll purchase the final one, because I have a feeling that the Gotha weapon is going to be a lot more valuable to get than Diane's. But Diane's, you know, we'll get it eventually, man, as long as we can keep farming those Fight Festival tokens. We'll be doing pretty good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this very honest chat about getting 4K Challenger PvP rating on global. Again, I think there are other ways to do it, but I just wanted to share kind of my strategy and my honest take on it, because it is a bit of a whale fiesta when it does come to the geared PvP. There is like infinite power that you can buy in this game, and when climbing in elite PvP, you are going to face people that have spent thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. So best of luck if you are going for the grind, and if you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.